Hello YouTube, Tim here. I'm going to be generating a forced draw curve for my original Manchu bow. The brace height here is a tiny bit on the low side, by about ½ inch to 1 inch. And that's because I have a new string and I'm going to have to adjust it a little bit. In reality, I need to make a slightly shorter main string and slightly longer loops. Project for another day. For now, this will have to do, and I actually would like to shoot it with this reduced brace height. This may be wrist slapping, but it might enhance performance still more. Also, this is a fast flight, or rather astroflight string. Performance should be very good. The string is very light. The loops, however, are still paracord, which is nylon. Should be relatively elastic, so it should cushion the bow fairly well, preventing any problems from the relatively inelastic, inextensible main string. So let's go ahead and test it. I'm going to be testing every 2 inches to plot a forced draw curve. This is the exact same method used by Adam Karpovich when he was generating forced draw curves for his Turkish bows. It should be fine. Here we go. Hooked up. And ready. So the brace height now is just under 5 inches, so it really is a low brace. First of all, let's take it to 7 inches. Tare, 0 pounds. 12 pounds for 12.45. 9, 21.35, 21.4. It increased. 11, 24.9. Now, one thing to note here is that I've already flexed the bow a few times when I was inside. I drew it a few times, so hopefully that should get out some of the loss that you'll get, the hysteresis, not hysteresis, but just the breaking in when you first string it. Anyway, 13 inches I think. 28.25. 15 I think it is. 31.8. No, let's call it 31.85. 35.6. 19 is 39.3. Now just for simplicity's sake, let's just go to 20. 41.95, or 41.05. 40.95 it later changed to. So very, very close values, right around 41. Now 22. 44.8. 24. 48.3. Now, as we're getting longer in the draw here, I'm trying not to let it stay at draw, because again, you're going to lose more power the longer you stay. Some of the hysteresis tests that I've done and shown, even just with a normal uptake and downtake, while pausing at intervals to measure, it was still losing roughly 10% of its strength. 26 inches, I think. Let's go for it. 53.2. My house is now about 70 degrees. So, and that's only with the heat on. I think it's actually a little bit cooler. It's probably about 66 to 68 in most places. So the bow is probably a little bit cooler than it was, and certainly the garage is cooling as we speak. Unfortunately, I can't measure the effects precisely. I haven't taken the temperature before and after. Final draw to 28 inches. .4. That's quite a lot heavier, and I wonder how much of that has to do with the brace height changing, things like that, and the temperature. But like we've seen, before this was testing at 52 pounds, now 58. If I let it sit out here overnight, it would probably test well over 60 pounds, just from being cold. And you can expect it to have gained a little bit of speed. I do believe that the colder the bows are, the worse they're going to, when they're stressed, you know, they'll be really quick, they will perform really well, but you're likely to experience more set and damage. Okay, so there's the force draw curve. I'm going to go ahead, I can plot that out. Then using the performance that we've seen, unfortunately it's not going to match perfectly because, like I said, then it was drawing 52 pounds. Now it's drawing a little bit more. So we're going to have to, we could either take that force draw curve and scale it down, or we could use this one. It doesn't really matter. Either way, we'll get a fairly good idea of what the bow is doing. And this will be a lot of fun. So now, finally, I have this bow. I've already done the drawing of the reinforced Manchu bow. I think I showed you that. And lots of other good stuff. So thanks for watching, YouTube. Let's calculate some efficiencies and see exactly how well this PVC bow is doing. My guess is it's not as bad as you'd think. Hopefully in the 60s. So thanks for watching.